Hello students, I am Sunny sir from Mahdi English School. So before we start with our video, I would like to give you some advice. I hope all of you are very much healthy, but still to take care of yourselves, please keep your surroundings neat and clean. Keep your hands clean. Keep washing your hands at every hour during the day, either with the soap for 20 seconds or with the hand sanitizer. Please follow this instruction strictly and also tell your people who are surrounding you to follow this instruction. Tell your family members to wash their hands regularly. Please don't eat junk food. Eat the food which is made at home. That is the best food for you. So this video is for class 3 subject grammar. Let us read one thought. If you want to shine like sun, first burn like sun. So what is the meaning of this thought? This thought means that if you want to shine bright, means if you want to become successful in the life, you have to burn like sun. Like how the sun burns from inside, and so we can get the light during the day. Same way, if you want to burn, the people around you will get the light from you if you burn. But you have to burn in the way that you have to work hard. So when you work hard, you will get knowledge and the people around you will get benefit from you. The topics that we are covering today in this video, chapter 4 nouns, that we have already begun in the previous videos. Today we will have the recap of the previous video, that is kinds of nouns. We have learnt proper nouns, common nouns, collective nouns. So collective nouns was the last topic we had done. We will just have the recap of that video. Then we will learn what are countable nouns and what are uncountable nouns. That is the new topic that we are going to understand today. And after that we will solve an exercise based on the topic of countable and uncountable nouns. So let us quickly begin with our video. So in the previous video we had seen what are collective nouns. Let us revise it again. A collective noun is a word used to describe a group of people, animal or specific item. So collective noun is the group name of people, animal or specific items. That is called collective noun. Collective noun is the group name. When so many people are together, when so many animals are together, or when some things are kept together of the same kind, and that group, we give the name to that group, is called collective noun. That is one word used for so many together. Examples: a group of people is called crowd. Like you go to the market, you see people all together, crowd. Then group of cows, you see so many cows together, you call it a herd. Then you see group of lions sitting together, you call it a pride. Then we had seen a fleet of airplanes, hive of bees. Let us see the pictures. See, as you can see on your screen, crowd of people. We have seen this pictures, that this is crowd of people, so many people all together. Then herd of cows, means so many cows are there together sitting in a farm. That is called herd of cows. That is also collective noun. Then pride of lions, so many lions sitting together at a place. That is called pride of lions. This is collective noun. Fleet of airplanes, so many airplanes are flying together in the sky at a time, and this group of airplanes we give the name fleet. So that is collective noun, fleet of airplanes. Then hive of bees. Can you see honeybees all together? This is called hive, hive of bees. All the honeybees gathering at a place, that is called hive. We can also say beehive. Then collective nouns for sea animals. As you can see, sea animals are given and collective nouns are given, that we had learnt in the previous video. Then we had seen collective nouns for things, like pile of money, drop of rain. We had seen bar of soap. So many collective nouns and partitive nouns. Here collective nouns and partitive nouns are together. We had seen the examples. Then we had seen collective nouns of some animals and some things, also fruits. As you can see here, gaggle of geese. Then we can see parade of elephants. Then what else you can see? Bunch of flowers. So many collective nouns together we had seen in the previous lecture. So today we have to study what are countable nouns and what are uncountable nouns. Let us see examples and let us understand countable and uncountable. The word countable means that you can count and the word uncountable means that you cannot count. So the meaning is based on the name of these nouns. We will see the examples and we will understand better what are countable and uncountable nouns. So countable nouns and uncountable nouns, you have to remember these two key questions. These are the two most important questions that are going to help you in this topic. If you remember, if you memorize these two topics, if these two questions are there in your mind, you will easily understand what is countable and uncountable nouns. Just follow these two key questions everywhere. So how many? This is the question for countable noun. So I will write over here C. This is for countable noun. And how much is for uncountable noun. So I will write U. This is used for countable noun. How many? And how much is used for uncountable nouns. So remember C and U for countable and uncountable, and never forget these two key questions that I have underlined over here. So this is for countable and this is for uncountable. Let us see what is given ahead. Now what are countable nouns? Now we have to understand countable nouns and after that we will see uncountable nouns. So countable nouns are the things we can count using numbers. So that is the definition, right? Countable nouns are for the things we can count using numbers. Like you can count with your fingers. How many pencils, how many erasers? Suppose you say I have 3 pencils, so you can count pencils. I have 4 erasers, so you can count erasers. So that is called counting using numbers. Countable nouns you can count and that's why the name is given countable. Then they have a singular and plural form. Singular means single, only one. Plural means more than one. So countable nouns can be singular, means it can be one, or it can be plural, means more than one. Both the forms are possible. Then next point. The singular form can use the determiner a or an. Now in singular means when it is single countable noun we can use either a or an. Only with singular form. Means when one countable, when one pencil is given, when one eraser is given, you can use a or an. Like example, if you have one pencil in the compass box, you will say I have a pencil or I have a pencil. Then eraser, eraser is starting with E, that is vowel, so you will say an eraser. I have an eraser in my box. So a or an, these are used when singular form is there, means only one is there, one pencil is there, one eraser is there, so I am using a or an. If you want to ask about the quantity of countable noun, you will ask how many. See, this is repeated. I told you you have to memorize this question how many. If you want to ask how many, quantity means if you want to ask number, how much. For example, if I say there are 3 pencils in my box, then how will you ask? You will say how many pencils do you have? How many erasers do you have? How many sharpeners do you have? So that is called how many. And how many is used when you want to ask the number of things. Like you want to ask your friends. You want to ask your friend that how many pencils does he have? So you will ask how many pencils do you have? So he will tell you I have 4 pencils or 2 pencils, whatever he has. So how many is used for asking questions when countable nouns are given. And countable nouns are the things which you can count. You can count pencil, you can count eraser, then you can count your books, you can count so many other things. Like you can count your scales. So many things are there which can be counted, and all that things which can be counted are called countable nouns. Then what is given? See, read the given box. What is given? Singular and plural. Singular means one, plural means more than one. So the same thing I have written over here. Singular means one, plural means more than one. It can be 2, 3, 10, 18, 20, anything. So if it is one dog, you see one dog standing out of the house, you will say a dog or one dog is standing. If there are 2 dogs, if there are 10 dogs, how will you say? You will say 2 dogs, you will say S over here. See, S is to be added because it is plural, more than one. So we have to make it plural. we have to add s. So one dog and two dogs. Second, one horse, two horses. See, es we have to add because it is plural. One we say horse. If there are two, we say two horses. Again, horse and horses. See the difference. One and many. Then one man. If one man is standing, so you will say one man is standing there. But if more than one are standing, then how will you say? You will say two men, M-E-N. Now here there is a spelling change. What do you understand? You will not add s or es, you will change the spelling. Why? Because it is the rule for grammar that everywhere we cannot add s or es. Somewhere the spellings are changed. See, M-A-N man means one man. M-E-N means more than one. It can be 20, 30, whatever number it is. Here it is given 2. So 2 men, M-E-N. 2 means more than one, right? So we have to change the spelling and write E instead of A. Then one idea. You got an idea on your mind. You say, hey friend, I have got one idea. Then if your friend has more than one idea, he will say that I have got two ideas on my mind. So one idea, two ideas. Again, S is to be added over here, just like the first one. Because it is more than one, we are adding S. Then last one, what is given? One shop and two shops. See, in the last one also, more than one. One shop is there, we say shop, and more than one we say shops, S-H-O-P-S. So this is called singular and this is plural. Singular means one. Over here one dog, one horse, one man, one idea, one shop. And here plural means more than one. Two dogs, two horses, two men, M-E-N, two ideas and two shops. These are called singular and plural. So we are doing countable nouns. So countable nouns can be singular or plural. All these are countables. You can count dogs, you can count horses, you can count men, etc. All these are called countable nouns. Then read these examples which are given. See, she has 3 dogs. So how many dogs? 3 dogs. So which question did I ask? I asked the question how many. So let me write. So here I have written the question for you, how many. In each and every sentence you will ask the same question and these are all countable nouns. See, she has 3 dogs. So we can ask, how many dogs does she have? She has 3 dogs. Then second one, I own a house. How many houses do you have? I have a house, one house. See, a house. I would like 2 books, please. So how many books would you like? I would like 2 books. How many? 2 books. Then how many friends do you have? Again, the question how many is there. How many friends do you have? I have 4 friends. I have 6 friends, etc. So everywhere you have to ask the question how many. And these are all the examples of countable nouns. See, you can count dogs, you can count houses, you can count books, and you can count your friends. So when you can count, you have to ask the question how many, and these are all the examples of countable nouns. Then, what are uncountable nouns? Let us see the definition. Uncountable nouns are for the things that we cannot count with numbers. So let us underline the definition. Uncountable nouns are for the things that we cannot count with numbers. Like you cannot count on your hand. When you are counting, it is not possible for you to count. When you cannot count, you call it uncountable. So the meaning of the word uncountable is not countable. You cannot count it. And that nouns are called uncountable nouns. Second point, they may be the names of for abstract ideas. Abstract means which you cannot see, which you can just feel, or qualities like good or bad are qualities, and physical objects that are too small, like some objects which you cannot see, they are very small. So they cannot be counted. Like examples I will tell you, liquid, powders, gases. Now see, look over here, liquids. So what are liquids? Like water, juice, all these are liquids. So can you count water? No, we cannot count water. Can you say that give me 2 water, give me 3 water? No, you can say give me a bottle of water or give me a glass of water. So you cannot count it. That are called uncountable nouns. Same way, powder. You can count the box, right? But you cannot count how much powder is there inside the box. So powder is also uncountable. Same way, gases like oxygen. We need oxygen for living. But can you see oxygen? Oxygen we get from plants. It goes inside our respiratory system, and then we breathe. We can live with the help of gas, that is oxygen. But can you see oxygen? Oxygen is around us everywhere, but can you see it? No, we cannot see, but we can breathe in. So that is uncountable noun. You cannot count oxygen, you cannot count powder, you cannot count liquid, water. All these are the examples of uncountable nouns, and you have to ask the question how much. Then last point, uncountable nouns are used with singular verb. They usually do not have plural forms. Always remember that uncountable nouns always have singular verb. Means they have is or has, that are singular verbs. Like are and have are plural, but uncountable nouns always work with singular verb. They do not have plural form. Like we did for countable nouns, we saw dog and dogs, book and books, but here uncountable nouns do not have singular form. They are always plural. They do not have any singular form. Let us see further. Read these examples. See, the examples are given on your screen. We have to read these examples, and these are the examples for uncountable nouns. See, first one, tea. So can you count tea? You can see, you can say give me a cup of tea, right? But can you count it? No. You can count the cup, but you cannot count the tea inside the cup. So you say give me tea, but a cup of tea. How much tea? You can say, you cannot say how many. Then sugar. Can you count sugar? Of course not. We cannot count. We say a teaspoon of sugar, 1 spoon of sugar, but you cannot count the sugar in the spoon. You say how much sugar. Then water. Just we discuss how much water. We do not say how many water. Then air. Air we cannot see. We can just feel. Just like gases, air is also uncountable. Then rice. You say I want some rice. You cannot say I want 2 rice or 4 rice. You will just say I want some rice. It is uncountable. Then knowledge. The knowledge which you are getting, like you watch the videos, you get knowledge, but you cannot count your knowledge. So that is uncountable. Then beauty means the person who looks good. So you cannot count anyone's beautifulness. You can just appreciate it. So you can say that person looks much beautiful. You cannot count it. Then anger. You get angry on someone. Can you count it? How many angry you got? No. You say how much anger. He is very much angry. So we use much, very much. But we do not say many. So that is uncountable. Then fear, when you are afraid, like I am afraid of ghosts, I am afraid of darkness. So the boy has the fear. So you can ask how much fear does he have? So how much we use. So that is again uncountable. Then love, you love your parents, you love your brother and sister, that is love, but we cannot count the love, so it is uncountable. Then what is given? Money. So can you count money? No. See, you can count rupees. You can say 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 50 rupees. You can say how many rupees. Remember students, you can count rupees, but you cannot count money. You say how much money do you want? Then I will say I want 10 rupees. So 10 rupees, that is countable, but money is uncountable. So many students make mistakes over here. Money is uncountable. How much money do you want and how many rupees do you want? That is the correct way of asking. Then research means to find out something new. Scientists do research. That is also uncountable noun. Safety. Right now we are already keeping safety in our houses. We keep sanitizer and we keep ourselves neat and clean. That is safety. So you ask the question, how much safety do you keep? Right? So I keep total safety in my house. Do you ask the question how many safety? No. We ask how much safety. Same way, evidence means proof. That is also uncountable noun. So these are all the examples of uncountable noun. You have to ask the question how much. You will not ask the question how many. So these are the examples of uncountable nouns. Then points to remember. Now students, you have to remember these points which are given. We cannot use a or an with these nouns. Remember, with uncountable nouns, never use a or an. Never. With countable nouns we can use, but with uncountable nouns we cannot use a or an. It is not possible because uncountable nouns are always plural. They are never singular in the form. To express quantity of uncountable noun, we can use the words like some, a lot of, much, a bit of, a great deal of, or you can use the measurement like a cup of tea, a bag of sugar, 1 kg of salt, or 1 liter of milk, a handful of rice, you can say a handful of rice, a pinch of salt, an hour of the day, a day of enjoyment. All these are, see, uncountable nouns. You can use all these measurement words, a cup of, a bag of, 1 kg of, 1 liter of something, a handful of something, a pinch of something. Pinch means only little bit, small amount. An hour of something, a day of something. All these are used for uncountable nouns. So as you can see, I have underlined the important points for you. The expression, you can use all this expression for uncountable nouns. Then what is given? If you want to ask about the quantity of an uncountable noun, use how much. So this is again one more that I will underline. What question will you ask? You have to ask the question how much. How much is the question that you will ask for uncountable nouns. In the previous slide also we had seen that uncountable nouns, we have to ask the question how much. So always remember how much is the question used for uncountable nouns. So these are the points to remember. Never use a or an with uncountable nouns, and you can use all these keywords. All these words are there. A lot of, a bit of, a great deal of, a handful of, a pinch of, etc. All these are used for uncountable nouns. Then let us see some examples. See, a lot of research, a great deal of advice, some information, much sugar, a cup of water, 30 gram of flour, and a teaspoon of salt. So you cannot count research, you cannot count advice, you cannot count information. You can just say some information. You cannot say one information or two informations. It is wrong. Some information, it is uncountable. Then sugar, can you count sugar? No, it is much, so you cannot count. Can you count water? No, but you can count cup, 1 cup or 2 cup of water, but water itself is uncountable. 30 gram of flour, atta, so can you count flour? No. Then teaspoon of salt, can we count salt? No, we can say 1 teaspoon or 2 teaspoon, but we cannot count salt. Salt itself is uncountable. So these are some examples of uncountable nouns. Then now we will see some pictures of countable and uncountable nouns. So here are some pictures of countables and uncountables, means countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Here in this side, left side, there are countable nouns, and here there are uncountable nouns. So let us see. See, what is the first one given? Eggs. Can you count eggs? You say how many eggs? So 3 eggs. Bananas, how many bananas? Same way, olive, how many olive? How many French fries? Then burger, can you count burger? Yes. Then hot dog, yes, we can count. Apples, also we can count. How many apples? Same way, carrots, there are 2 carrots, so can you count? Yes. Tomatoes, how many tomatoes? Then watermelon, how many watermelons? So you can count all these things. You can count burger, you can count apple, you can count carrots, you can count watermelons. So all these are called countable nouns because you ask the question how many. Now see this side, what is given? Uncountable nouns, uncountables. So can you count milk? No, you cannot count. You say how much milk, you don't say how many. Then flour, we cannot count. We say how much flour do you need? Salt, we need salt every day. How much salt? How much sugar? You ask the question how much. Then what is given? Jam. How much jam do you want to apply on the bread? You don't say how many jam, you say how much. So it is uncountable. Then meat, you say how much meat do you want? Do you want 500 gram? Do you want 1 kg? We say how much. Then rice, you eat rice every day, right? So rice, can you count it? No, we say how much rice do you want? So I'll say I want some rice in my plate. How much? We don't say how many. Then honey, again it is uncountable. We say how much honey. How much tea do you want? I want 1 cup of tea. So how much? And cheese. How much cheese do you want to apply on your bread? Again how much? Again all these questions are for how much, and here we ask how many. So these are countable nouns and these are uncountable nouns. Remember the 2 key questions, how many and how much. See, I have brought one more picture for you, countable and uncountable. Here, they can be singular or plural. As I told you before in the previous part of the video that countable nouns can either be singular or plural, but uncountable nouns are always singular in the form. They will never take any singular verb, but they are always singular in the form. They will never change their form. See, an apple. So apple you can count. Some apples, right? So it can be singular, means one or more than one. See, here it is one, here it is more than one, means there are three. So one apple, an apple, and more than one we say some apples. So countable nouns can be singular or plural, one or more than one. Uncountable nouns can be only singular. See, coffee, we do not say coffees. Milk, again we cannot say milks. Money, can you say monies? No. Then pasta, you say how much pasta. How many pastas? That is wrong. So this is only one in the form, but here you can say apple, apples. Here you cannot add s anywhere. So uncountable nouns are always singular, and countable nouns can either be singular or plural. Now let us solve an exercise based on countable and uncountable nouns. What is given? For each noun write C or U. C means countable, U means uncountable. So let us start solving the exercise. What is given? T. Can you count T? Is it countable? No, that is not countable. So T is uncountable noun. So we write U over there. It is uncountable. Then what is number 2? Bread. Can you count bread? No, we say how much bread. We don't say how many. So that is also uncountable noun. Then what is given? Laptop. Can you count laptop? Yes, so that is countable. Then fourth one is given butter. Can you count butter? No, we cannot count butter. So butter is uncountable noun. So we will write U over there. So let us write U over there, and now we will solve all the other answers all together. See, I will show the answers for all the questions. So as you can see on your screen, I have written all the answers for you. So T is countable or uncountable? So T is uncountable noun. Then bread, we cannot count bread. We say how much bread, so it is also uncountable. Then laptop, you can count it. Butter, you cannot count butter. Then what is given? Information, we say some information. How much? So uncountable. Smoke, you can not count smoke. You can just see it, but you cannot count it. Then salt, how much salt do you want? We say not how many. Uncountable. Pen is countable. We can count pens. Then book, can you count book? Yes, we can count books. Then bottle, we can also count bottle. So C, countable. After that, what is given? Music, can you count music? You can listen to the music, but you cannot count it. So it is uncountable. Air, we can feel the air, but we cannot see, we cannot count it. So uncountable. Then oil, you apply oil in your hair, right? Can you count it? No, it is uncountable. Telephone, you can count the telephone in your house. How many telephones are there? You can say 2 or 3. So telephones are countable. After that, what is given? Sand, can you count sand? You can play in the sand. You can just take the sand in your hand, but can you count it? No, it is uncountable. Beans, we cannot count sand, but beans, can you count beans? Yes, beans are countable. Soya bean, etc. are countable beans, that are vegetables. Then spinach, spinach is also vegetable, but can you count it? No, it is uncountable. Jar, we can count jar, it is countable. Then insect, we can count number of insects walking on the floor, so it is countable. Bucket, we can also count bucket, that is also countable. See, buckets are countable. Telephones are countable. Then car, we can count number of cars going on the road, so it is countable. News, can you count it? No, it is uncountable. Sugar is also uncountable. I said a teaspoon of sugar, but you cannot count sugar in the teaspoon. Then carrot, carrots are countable. 2, 3, 5 carrots are there, countable. Wood, wood is used to make benches and other furniture, also used to make paper. We get wood from the trees, but is the wood countable? No, it is uncountable noun. Then ink, see, ink bottle is given over here. Ink is used to fill up the pen so that we can write, but ink is uncountable noun. You cannot count ink. So in today's video we learned chapter 4 nouns. In that we saw kinds of nouns and we learned what are countable nouns and uncountable nouns, and then finally we solved the exercise based on countable and uncountable nouns to write U and write C. So till then, take care all of you, goodbye, and we will meet again.